Queen is Queensland's longest selling food brand.
We now sell tens of millions of bottles throughout Australia and other parts of the world, which is a significant amount of food colouring, vanilla and other products. We are significant in the world of vanilla. We've managed to maintain a leading market share, a dominant market share throughout Australia and New Zealand through a great quality brand and a consistency of delivering as a business. Our product range includes natural vanillas, food colours, natural colours, cake decorations, baking aids like glycerine and gelatin, a range of retail, food service and industrial products. We are the market leader in the cake needs section of the supermarket.
Queen did start from very humble origins. In 1862, a Londoner, Edward Taylor, migrated to Ipswich and purchased a pharmacy from a Mr. Worry and stayed in business for some 8 years, and then he moved to to Queen Street in Brisbane and carried on with a couple of partnerships. And in 1890, we formed a partnership with Mr. College, and so became Taylor and College. From that beginning, we understand, he began to sell the brand name Queen of essences and a whole range of things and food colours. And in 1897, we were winning prizes in competitions internationally and in particular, strangely, in Panama.
In 1897, the Queen brand was formed. We know this because it won a prize for vanilla and for food colours at the Brisbane International Exhibition. Queen Victoria was known for her love of baking. She was in reign at the time when Queen was formed, and that the product was named after Queen Victoria for this reason and was endorsed by Queen Victoria as what would have been required at the time to use a monarch's name. My father knew from his childhood the importance of the Queen brand in Queensland. Brands like that take generations to build. He saw the opportunity to resurrect, if you like, and concentrate on a brand that really had potential in Queensland and in Australia. It had become perhaps unloved at that stage. There was actually a piece of technology that the business had kept in-house, being vanilla extraction, and its expertise around that really was a core competency the business had. He didn't need to look into new ways of doing something that's already known. He concentrated on what was known at the time, what he could do well, and from his own background
started to do quite well in Queensland, and before long we had an appeal in New South Wales and then in Victoria, and slowly the business developed.
Dad would have been visionary to have bought the business when he did. We had the knowledge and the people around him to build that business to what it is today. He has built a dominant position for Queen in the national marketplace.
We have to do what it takes to make things successful, whatever that is. That's what we do to this day. The options of failing aren't there. It was certainly unexpected and unplanned that my wife and I had our 3 sons would come to work in the business with complementary skills. One a chemical engineer, one a food scientist, and one a chartered accountant. And it has turned out that they not only do a wonderful job in the business, but they sort of get along with each other pretty well by calling a spade a spade. The Queen product is one of great achievement. Consistent quality has been its hallmark and its relevance to the consumer for over 120 years.
But we do have a changing world. The market requirements have meant that we've gone outside that realm into pastes and extracts and concentrates, industrial consumers and food service consumers. We continue to drive our vanilla procurement into organic and fair trade. That all requires innovation, that all requires a curious mind, it all requires a business that is prepared to adapt to the new world.
I have always put 1% of our sales aside for research and development, new product development. I found that you never know when you might need some know-how that comes out of just having a little bit of free thinking time. It gives you a level of excitement for the future.
For 120 years, we've been supplying products your grandmother used, the products that you learnt to bake with. It's the products that have the flavour you'd know and trust. It's the product that we hope into generations to come will be the one that inspires fun and inspiration in the next generation of bakers. How we remind people, I guess, has changed. Digital is a big part of what we do now. Social media is a big part. We're inspiring the next generation. We have a dedicated team in-house all day, every day, looking at new ways to communicate with the next generation of consumers. Reality TV shows such as My Kitchen Rules are influencing and educating the next generation of Queen consumers. You can't stay in business for 120 years without trust and integrity. You can't maintain a business without a close relationship to your supply chain and above all, being sustainable in how you deliver your products. We've always maintained a close relationship with our vanilla providers. We've always ensured that despite all the cyclones and the agricultural style events that happen, we maintain a supply and a consistency of our quality. We were approached some years ago from Vava'u, Tonga, that once a very proud vanilla producing country. We saw an opportunity. We worked with hundreds of farming families to rehabilitate once were very profitable for them vanilla plantations. It's not necessarily about how many vanilla beans we get from it. It's about rehabilitating what once was a very proud vanilla producing nation into one that can do that again. It has the capability of being a very important part of their economy again.
There is a Queensland character of Queen, namely we're a little bit unsophisticated compared with Sydney and Melbourne. We're Queenslanders, and I think the character of that has helped Queen to develop in its own way, because we didn't copy other people's ways of doing things. We did it our way, and our way was sufficiently good to make it a success today.